No, I really wanted to have the beignets just come out, like, because the beignets at the start of the show right now. Coffee's taking a back seat, and that's cool with me. I'm just happy to give Congo the name and it's going public. You know, I don't need to talk about it anymore. Like, I'm doing my initiative on the side, and people are in love with beignets. And because at the same time, it's like the coffee market is saturated.
Right.
You know, and if there's an angle I can get in it with the beignets, I'd rather focus on that.
Mia, can you just come here for a sec? I might have muted your mic. So I just gotta mute your mic. There you go. You're good. And then you're okay with the way the back shelf looks right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Give it a one.
Because we just going up here, right?
Yeah.
So we good over here. And move this.
Give it one look over before.
We just go in here, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so we good. The wall is good.
And I'll have you stand just about here. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah? Okay. So you have a fan. I'm gonna give you a fan.
That's okay.
You're not hot?
No, not really.
I'm dying.
And then.
We good with that, and I'm gonna have this one.
So I'll be conducting your interview as well. So you'll direct your answers to me. So you'll want to angle your body this way. Okay. We're gonna maybe we'll do it this way.
Yeah, because the light's coming through this side.
Yeah, and also we want to capture the whole shell. Step to your left. Look this way. Angle your body this way. Come on a tad. Great. You're not going to want to look in the camera though.
I'm looking at you.
Don't look at the camera, yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. And then we'll try to get your apron because it does have your branding in there.
Yes.
And then also for this interview, you're going to want to wear a mask because you're indoors, yeah. Because you don't want anyone commenting to you like, she's not wearing a mask, you know, she's indoors. Other way. Yeah, the blue on the outside. Perfect. I know it's tough, but yeah, it's to protect you.
Okay.
Yeah. And you want to fix it just a tad. Yeah, make sure you get it on your ears. Yeah, you want it even. Nice.
Let me see on the film.
Remember, people are going to view this. A lot of people that view this.
Oh,
Right?
listen, I went to iron my apron, okay? You know, do you understand? Okay, is it better? Yeah, you know what? This one is actually loose.
Loose?
Yeah, it's been loose. I think I have another one. Oh, you know what? Here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to double it.
Okay. Yeah, because we can't really see your right ear.
Yeah. Yeah? Yeah, it's tight.
It's too tight now?
No, but it's tighter because it was
Okay.
loose earlier.
It's tough because like this is how we have to do interviews now.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
That's
Oh, it would be nice if you got like a Congo coffee branded one.
Oh.
So you gotta think
You know
about
what?
these things.
Yeah.
You gotta think about these things.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Because we're coming with your merchandise, you know, closer to Christmas.
Okay, perfect. So you're gonna stand out again, a bit to your right. Oh, actually too much. Bit back one step. Hold it. Great, and turn your body just a tad this way. Awesome. All right, so now we'll do levels as well. If you can just say mic check 1 2 1 2 over and over again.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Mic check 1 2 1 2.
Count to 10 now.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8.
Great. And so if you're directing your attention here, let me just see where your eyes look. Sorry, just a tad this way. Yeah, and this. I have to make sure this hits your eye level.
Take everything you need. I'm here for you.
And then actually step to your right a bit. Yeah. We're going to keep fixing this until we get it right.
Yep, no problem. You better.
A lot of people are going to view this, so you know.
Yeah. And this is, you have Africa behind, you have all the black girls behind, you know, we're getting a franchise, black owned, you know, female led, black owned. This is a moment.
Great. Okay, we're almost there. Jump lower. There, that's good. Okay. So, a couple direction notes. So, obviously the video is a fairly short video because people's attention spans are so short, right? So you're gonna want to be able to be concise, and you're gonna want to be super compelling, engaged, and you want to keep your energy levels up throughout the whole interview. But I think the key thing is you want to be concise. So, that's why I was kind of probing you earlier for all those questions, for all those answers. Like, what do you want your story to be about? And I think it might be a good idea to go through a timeline about how you started off, with Coffee for Change. Not necessarily I know you not be the when you're kind of pushing as hard anymore, but it's where you got your start, right? And then talking about your trials and tribulations while we're young, and signing this lease, and even how COVID has personally affected you.
God, yeah.
And then talking about the beignets and why the marriage between coffee and beignets. Why? I think that's a huge reason. That's a huge part of the story. Why the marriage between the two? Okay. So I will ask you those questions, and remember, if you feel like you stump, you just stump on your answers. We can always reset, or you can pause.
What I do, I pause.
Yeah.
I give it a good 10-20 seconds because I know that's where you're gonna edit, and then I can just catch my breath.
Okay.
Just tell me where to look.
A mini step back. There. Great.
Microphone 1 check 1 2 1 2.
Great. And I know because we can't see your expression behind your mask, but remember, people can smile with their eyes, right? So make sure you're always like you're showing it, right?
It will show.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna start, okay? Okay. So first off, can you tell me your name, and can you spell it out, as well as your title here at Congo Coffee and Beignets?
Hi, it's Nia for Congo Coffee. I am Congo Coffee Girl. My name is Nia, Nia Pangala.
Great. And then once again, what is your name? What's your title here? And tell us a little bit about Congo Coffee and Beignets.
My name is Nia. I'm the boss at Congo Coffee. Let's spell out my name.
Yeah. Also, Nia, you want to put this
It's sliding down?
Yeah.
Okay.
So once again, I'll start it again. So you're just going to say my name is Nia, your full name,
Nia Bengala.
Yeah, and I'm the boss at Congo Coffee, and then tell us about Congo Coffee, okay?
Okay.
So from the beginning again, don't move too much, right? You want to move back this way? Good. So once again, can you just tell me your full name, what your title is here, and tell us a little bit about Congo Coffee and Beignets.
Hi, I'm Nia Bengala. I'm the boss here at Congo Coffee, and we serve coffees and beignets.
And how did you get your start with Congo Coffees and Beignets?
So I started as a humanitarian, actually, looking for a way to raise more money for the causes that were bothering me. I've always had a desire to help other people. Human suffering and anything to do with human condition has always impacted me deeply, and I've always felt compelled to help other people. So I was looking for a solution, and I stumbled upon the coffee, and I realized the potential there was in the coffee industry. I'm Congolese by birth, and Congo is a country that's always been in the news for their conflict, the wars, the calamities, and yet it's a country that is extremely rich. So I never understood why they needed to suffer this much, and how come nobody stepped in selflessly to help those people. They had so much.
Now, I know you told me off camera that you started off with coffee, and why did you feel it was appropriate to marry Congo coffee from the Congos and beignets? So
in 2016, without knowing much about the industry, I did my first trip. I came back from Africa from a Mecca trip. I guess it was an enlightenment, and I just realized how blessed I was to have lived most of my life in Western countries. I never really lived in Africa myself. I'm just African by birth. I was born in Belgium. So when I came back in 2016, I actually brought back a bag of coffee from Africa, and everybody told me how great it was, and I was like, okay, well, maybe there is something in this industry, and I did my first trade show without knowing anything. And it just rolled on from there. I was keeping my brand alive. I was doing several shows, and I realized that maybe I needed to serve the coffee individually so that I would have a broader reach. In 2018, December of 2018, I did the Christmas market at City Hall. And at that time, I was doing fundraising under my initiative called Coffee for Change. And I was raising funds for a beautiful school in the Congo. I'm a huge fan of the founder and the humanitarian. Her name is Noela Kosaris. The school is called Malaika DRC. And I was a fan of the work, and I wanted to support that. So I created a coffee bag for her for the school, and I raised funds for them. At the same time, I was also raising funds for the UNHCR because I felt like they were doing an amazing job on the ground, and they were literally giving me peace of mind because I was so worried about the refugee condition in the Congo, and knowing that there's a whole institution that is taking care of their needs, so I can live peacefully here in the comfort of my condo. So I wanted to help, so I stepped in, and I had also designed for other humanitarians that had foundations and initiatives. One of them, I'm not going to talk about that. So I had also designed for other humanitarians, and also wanted to approach other people, and let them know I'm a fan of what you're doing, because I love selflessness in other people. I love people that think about other people, that can get out of their own lives, and also know that there's somebody else that could use your help. So I was trying to do that, but I realized that there's a lot of things that I learned along the way, and it just made a lot more sense to sell the coffee retail, like in the individual cup, instead of selling it by bag.
Great. That was good. It's a bit long, but it's okay. I can always cut it. I can cut it.
Yeah.
Stay there. Hold it there. One step back. Great. All right, now Nia, so the next part of your story is, you had a physical shop on Yonge Street, right? It was called Congo Coffee
Mikate House, yeah.
House. Can you just tell me a little bit what had happened there, and then, with COVID, at the peak of COVID, what had happened to your shop there?
So literally, we stepped into, I opened the shop May or June 2019. We did great. Everybody loved the beignets. We just had a little problem with the mikate, which is the Congolese name of the beignets. People had a hard time pronouncing it. And unless I made a whole campaign to train people how to say it. So I reverted back to just the word beignet, which is way more universal and way more inclusive, right? And so I had just finished a massive show with CBC, the Metro Morning Food with Suraj Dash.
The only thing is you might not want to mention other outlets because
Sorry,
that's okay.
Let's take that back. So I had just received massive media in Toronto. I was literally at the height of my visibility, a superstar NBA player also ended up retweeting me at that time. Literally, I really felt confident that this is a viable business. People are loving my vibe. They're in love with the beignets. And 2 weeks later, we ended up shutting down for COVID. So that was March 15th, and my birthday was March 18th. So I didn't live it well. I shut down, and I had just set up at home, just 1 or 2 orders through Uber.
So, that's great. So you were, taking orders from home.
From home, yeah.
For a couple months.
For a couple weeks.
Weeks.
I didn't even last a couple months, because I was depressed. I had sold all my equipment. There was nothing left. Literally, I just kept this bad boy and the coffee machine. And just 1 or 2 orders. It was COVID. It was gray outside. Everybody was indoor. We didn't know what was going on. The future wasn't certain at that time. So to me, I just said, you know what? I don't think anyone's going to remember me after this. I wasn't able to get on my own head. I was in a depression, and it was just dark. And I said, this is it. I need to get out of this industry. It's been eating me alive for 3 years. But literally, I got revived from the dumpster with the Black Lives Matter. So when I thought no one will remember me, they literally picked me up from the dumpster and brought me back. And so I went from 1 to 2 orders at home to sometimes none for a couple of days to 10, 20, 30, 35 by my staff. No more staff running up and down in my elevator, Uber waiting for me downstairs.
So, who would you, or what would you attribute a lot of your success to right now, or to this current state? You know, I know you dropped, you know, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah.
And you know.
I think that ultimately, Nia got Nia here. You know, I think that ultimately people do love my personality. People love my vibe. They love, you know, things about me that I didn't even realize. You know, I never realized. People call, oh, you're so passionate about people. I didn't even know. I was like, that's passion. You know, I thought it was just me being me. You know, I love cooking for people. I love serving. I love when you come over and I just give you the best of me. You know, you're my guest, and I feel like you're blessing me with your time. You taking your time to come visit. I have to give you the best. Like, you know, I feel so blessed that you come in my space. So to attribute anything, I think it's a huge testament to Toronto, who didn't forget about the beignets, who pulled me back, but ultimately they remember my personality.
That's great. And then, why did you feel that you needed to find this particular spot as opposed to operating how you were back in your home?
So in my condo, it just became impossible. It just after 2 weeks or 3 weeks of that treatment, it just became impossible. After COVID, when I shut down on Yonge Street, I thought no one would remember me, and if I did reopen, it wasn't going to be until December. Well, was I wrong? Black Lives Matter came around, they revived me, the order was just crazy. I had no choice but to bite the bullets and go back out and finding another space.
Perfect. And then now the next part of we'll stop that there. Mm-hmm. So right now we're at 9 minutes.
You're gonna chop that.
So we're gonna have to figure out how to chop that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to chop that.
But my next string of questions will be about you know, the food.
Yes.
The food is very key, right?
Yes.
So whenever you're ready, we're gonna continue.
Yeah.
You ready? Okay. So same spot. Hold it there. Okay. So yeah. So the next thing everyone wants to know about is, you know, not only your combo coffee, because it's currently packaged, but the beignets are a big part of your business now, right?
The beignets slap.
Can you tell me what makes your beignets different?
So, what makes my beignet different? First of all, when I opened the coffee shop, I needed to pair the coffee with something. It couldn't just be coffee. I had to have a pastry with it, and I quickly realized that it is part of my culture, my Congolese culture. We make these little donuts that everyone eats, and they call me Katis. It's just that being born in Europe and growing up in Canada, I knew that the ones I was eating wasn't quite mainstream taste for what I wanted to bring to Toronto. So I started playing and making the recipe my own. Also inspired by my many travels, as well as the name on many drinks and many items on the menu. So yeah.
That was really good. Can you just tell me a couple of the things that you like? You know, you top your beignets with, and like.
So yes, we have a lot of drizzles. Everybody's fan of. We got the violets. This is, by the way, all my syrups are imported from Europe. Everything comes from Europe. It's like those ones that we can readily get in Canada. Tessier, which makes a lot of syrup, is a French company. We got violet syrup, we got hazelnuts, we got the caramel ones, we got clearly kiwi, we got vanilla, white chocolate, we got pumpkin spice, and we got strawberries as well.
Great. You come back to your marker. So I would say instead of listing them, you might want to list like some of your favorites.
Oh, the hazelnuts.
Okay. Also, I didn't know you were gonna move from the camera too much, so that's like, oh, I gotta follow her.
Sorry.
That's okay. So once again, I'll ask that question, okay? So Nia, okay.
So because I'm gonna be showing the hazelnut, do you want me to move it this way so I can just point it like that?
That's okay, just because if you mention it, I'll shoot it afterwards.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna want to step a bit forward. Perfect. Hold it there. Okay, once again, I'm just going to make sure you're in the right spot again. Good to your left. Okay.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah?
So again, once again, Nia, tell me, you know, what makes your beignets different?
So my beignets come from my cultural background. This is something that every Congolese kid knows. Their mom makes them. This is very current in the Congo. But having never lived in the Congo myself, spending most of my life in Western countries and having heavily traveled, I made the recipe my own. So it's inspired from patachoux, the French patachoux, the zepoli, the Italian zepoli, the Netherlands oliebolen, the awamat for the Lebanese, the beignets, the puff puffs, the BlogTo. Every culture makes something similar to the beignets. Everyone has a retention of it.
Now, can you tell me, with your beignets, what do you top them up with in order to make them to make them slap?
So my beignets, not only the dough is rested for 2 days, so there's a lot of time in preparing the batter and the dough alone, and there is no water. But they also come with lots of different garnishing. A lot of whipped cream, ice cream, syrups. The hazelnut is my favorite. It's so elegant. It's yummy, everyone. But the violet is daring too. Who has violet syrup?
Perfect. That was a good answer. See, that's like short and concise so people will know. And now, do you have a favorite, I guess, pairing of your beignets?
Oh, whipped cream. Oh, whipped cream. It's not whipped cream. Crème de Mali. Crème de Mali. You have one beignet crème de Mali and one night in Rio. We're friends for life.
And then, if someone who's never had, Congolese coffee or
Yes.
or makatis or / beignets,
Yeah.
What would you suggest to them when they come here for the first time? What would they order?
Definitely, I would suggest you have a cold cappuccino. It's not an iced cappuccino, it's a cold cappuccino because it is, the coffee is kept cold, but the ice cubes are actually espresso cubes, so your coffee never waters down. And that's another detail to my preparation.
Oh, that's good actually. I like that. Will you be preparing that today?
It's in the fridge.
Perfect. Okay.
It's always here.
And then, do you have any last words for Toronto or just for our audience?
So, first of all, what an honor to do BlogTo. This is like the rite of passage. If you're in the food industry, I'm so sorry it took this long. But yeah, Toronto BlogTo X Congo Coffee. What an honor. Yeah, I can't wait for Toronto to meet us. I can't wait to bring this mainstream to Toronto, and I hope a lot of people can find themselves in my story, the up and downs of being an entrepreneur, the things it takes, the dedication and staying the course. It's not a straight path, but here we are 4 years later in a bigger space.
And then actually, to follow up on that, where do you see Congo Coffee and Beignets, in the future? How do you want to scale the business? Do you want to scale the business? Do you want to, maybe have partnerships? What do you want to do with it?
So Congo Coffee is going to be about 3 to 5 locations between now and the end of the year. Congo Coffee is going to be coming to Europe next year.
That's ambitious.
Yeah. I know, no more sleep. We're here. We're rolling. We're riding. And yeah, we have a lot of Congolese